Seriously, what an epic intro. Could it get any better than that? Oh wait, it can. Look at these. And I have to admit, those are probably the best looking crabs I have ever seen. Alright, so let's get on to the video. Alright guys, so today we got a little bit of an update coming out about Horizon Forbidden West. That is going to be the topic of today's video. Only a little bit of information coming out, but it is something that I wanted to talk about. On the PlayStation YouTube channel, they uploaded a new video about Horizon Forbidden West, which I will say right off the start, there is no new in-game footage or no gameplay footage. They do replay the trailer over again that they used for the PlayStation 5 reveal conference back on June 11th, and they have the game director, Matthias de Jona, give a little bit of commentary on the game. And he spilled a couple little bits of information about the upcoming title. That's what the topic of today's video is going to be. We're going to go over a little bit of what he says in the trailer. We'll go over pretty much what we can see from this trailer that we do have confirmed so far about Horizon Forbidden West. And like you guys, like I think everybody, I think there's a collective agreement about everybody in the gaming industry that we are all excited for this game. A sequel to Horizon, which was an amazing game to begin with, which also is coming to PC for anybody who has not played it. It will be coming to PC, I'm pretty sure, in August. I could be wrong about that. It could be July, but anyways, I will throw a link to that down below in the description of this video so you can check it out. And anybody who hasn't played this game on PC, it's a must play. So definitely get caught up on this in anticipation for the sequel of the second one, which I'm sure is going to end up coming out on PC as well if they're putting Zero Dawn on PC. Eventually Forbidden West will come out on PC too. It'll probably take some time just like this one did. Back on topic, this video is going to be all about the trailer and spill in a couple little tidbits of information that we did get about Horizon Forbidden West. And I just want to go over some of the things that he says in here that gets me really excited to just talk about this game in general. He spills a couple little bits of information about the game and just gives a little further look into it and a little bit of description about what we're going to go over all in this video. This is going to be a pretty short video, but it's just something that I wanted to have a brief conversation with you guys about and give you a little bit of an update on a release window that they did confirm for Horizon Forbidden West. And let's get into this trailer. So we're going to talk about this a little bit. And first, Matthias goes on to say about how Horizon Forbidden West will take place in an all-new frontier, and the Forbidden West map spans from Utah all the way to the Pacific coast. He did also describe how the map that they built is going to be a little bit larger than the original map of Horizon Zero Dawn. He also went on to say, and I quote, "We really want to make a world that is so beautiful that you just want to be there." And I have to say, to hear this come from a director's mouth is pretty incredible. That means you know that they are on the same page as the gamers themselves, because I don't know about you, but I can probably say this is the case for most people. In the past, a lot of the games that I have played that were just beautiful, big, open, sprawling worlds, you end up saying to yourself when you're playing, wow, I wish I could see that with my own eyes. I wish I could be there in that moment. The game looks so good. And when that moment actually happens when you're playing a game, then you know the directors have hit their goal. And that's when they've created something special, a work of art, in my opinion. That is something that every developer should strive to aim for, is that you want your players to feel like they're really there and taking part in this world where you can just immerse yourself in the beauty of what they've created. So to hear that come from the game director at Guerrilla Games is really nice to hear, from a consumer standpoint and from someone who is a huge fan of games in this genre. And he also goes on to say, and I quote, "With the PS5, there will be virtually no load screen. So in an open world game like Forbidden West, you'll open up the map and travel from one end to the other, or restarting from a checkpoint will be super fast. And when you boot up the game, you'll be right there in the action." End quote. He goes on to describe a little bit about the PS5's SSD technology, how it is lightning fast. I have to say that is definitely what PC gamers are spoiled with right now, being able to put their games on SSDs and getting straight into a game, and even in a big open world like Forbidden West is supposed to be, being able to hop right in a game without having to sit and wait for that initial load, because on this generation of consoles, that initial load to load up an open world game can sometimes take up to 2 minutes. Just sitting there waiting for it to load the entire map on its own. That initial load is usually the longest. But with this new technology, we should be able to get right into games as quickly as possible. And I have to say that also, hearing this coming from a developer is huge, because the one thing I've said to myself this entire generation, and this was way before current gen consoles were even announced, was that the one thing I truly wanted to see out of next gen consoles was the elimination of load screens. It has always been like the biggest waste of time and one of the biggest annoyances and deterrents from playing big open world games was having to sit through load screen after load screen. I can remember playing some games on this generation when I felt like I was literally sitting in load screens more than I was actually playing the game. Skyrim, you're the culprit. Going off on a little bit of a tangent here, but I remember in that game when every single thing you would do was a load screen. Fast travel to a village, sit through a load screen for the fast travel. Put you outside of the village, enter the front door, sit through another load screen to get in. Go into your house, sit through another load screen to get in. Display all my junk on the floor and tables and shelves like I would do, so it would take super long to sit and load and get into my house. Then I want to leave, go to another load screen. Fast travel, go to another load screen. I think you get my point by now. The load screens were out of hand, and it was one of the biggest things that I hated about this console generation. So to hear this come from Guerrilla Games, that a game like Horizon is going to virtually eliminate load screens or have them just on a minor scale, that is huge. But he also did go on to comment about how I think that he plans on within the world itself there will be no load screens. So that means if you're going into a village or into a cave or something like that, there will be no load screen to actually get into it. It should be seamless. And when you're traveling even at super fast speed across the land like you've seen with Aloy on a mount, you won't be stopped to pause and load a new part of the map when entering into a new territory or something like that, like what also did happen on this current gen of consoles. So to hear that, I am super stoked about that, and I'm super happy about them attempting to eliminate load screens on this console generation. And he also did go on to say that the map is a bit bigger and that they wanted to let players discover what's under lakes and oceans. And as you can see by what was in the trailer, it is shown that Aloy is underwater with a breather and she comes across a school of fish with a mechanical alligator. So to be able to travel underwater and uncover secrets, and that is pretty cool to hear because that just adds a whole nother element of exploration to the game that I personally enjoy. And speaking of that scene, we do get a glimpse of one of the new enemies in this game, which is called a Snapmar, and that is the alligator-like machine. And going on in this trailer, they do go on to confirm some of the new enemies that will be in this game. He also did say that there is dozens of new mechanical enemies that will be in Horizon Forbidden West, and it is cool to get a glimpse of some of these new machines that they do add in this game. And one of the new machines confirmed to be in Horizon Forbidden West is a shell snapper, and that is a giant snapping turtle-like machine. And another enemy they did confirm to be in the game is a Sunwing, and it is a pterodactyl-like machine. And the one that we've seen before, the Snapmar, which is a crocodile-like machine. Also, we got a glimpse at the Tremor Tusk, which is a mammoth-like machine, and it is massive and armored out. And like I said before, he did go on to say that there are dozens of new machines. He did go on to say that the dozens of new enemy types in this game will need to be scanned and studied to be fought effectively, which adds a whole nother layer. And it is also said that there are new peaceful and hostile tribes in this game. He goes on to say about two main things in the storyline that are going to affect the story of this game. One of the elements of the storyline in this game will be that one of the tribes has, quote, the knowledge how to override machines and use them as beasts of war, end quote. So we do know that one of the storylines in this game is going to be learning how this hostile tribe has learned to tame the machines and have them fight for them. And he also goes on to say how there is a red blight that's affecting the lands and is choking wildlife and starving animals, and how the weather has spiraled out of control and is generating massive supercell storms. And them are just a couple of the things that Aloy will need to battle through to help save this world. And I have to say that I love the way that sounds about this game. So there's going to be multiple elements to the storyline of what you're going to be fighting through and fighting for through the story, as it is confirmed that we'll be battling against hostile tribes, learning about the secrets on how they learned how to tame the machines, and all along while that's happening, that the planet is dying and there's a plague taking over that is killing the wildlife, disrupting the whole weather patterns of the planet. And I'm sure that that's going to play into part of finding out the secrets on what is causing it and how Aloy can start her journey on how to help save this world. I have to admit that this game sounds so interesting on just a little bit of information that we have gotten about this game. I am so interested in this game, and I have to say that from whenever I get any new information about this game for you guys, I'm going to make it on this channel, even if it's just short videos, because this game has me super interested into finding out more about it. I can't wait till we learn more and more every single time about the secrets of this game and what they have in store for us for this sequel. I can't wait for this game. This is one of my most anticipated games of 2021, and that is another bit of information that we did get out of this trailer. They did confirm that this game has a release window of sometime in 2021, but we do know that it is 100% confirmed now that Horizon Forbidden West will not be a launch title, and that is somewhat disappointing, but I'll tell you what, personally, I want Guerrilla Games to take as long as they need to make this game, because the way that it looks and from what we've heard about it already, it's already going to be a contender for Game of the Year. I mean, I don't care what other games that are coming out in 2021 and what they put up against it. This game is going to be a huge contender for Game of the Year already. You can tell that that is in the making. Once we get to see a little bit of gameplay and we get to learn a little bit more about the story, maybe see some of the new weapons and a few bit more of the enemy types and certain sections of the map that they have, I can't wait to make videos on all that stuff, because they have me so interested in this game and what it has to offer. I truly do think that this is going to be one of the best releases in 2021, and definitely one of the best releases for early on in this console generation. For PlayStation, I'll keep that separate. I won't put that up against Xbox games, because that'll just be a whole separate thing. I'll judge Xbox games separate from PlayStation exclusives as well. But this game has me more interested than any other game coming out for the PlayStation as of right now. My most anticipated title for the PS5. And just how he goes on to say about how this game is built and designed on mystery has me even more intrigued about this title. I can't wait to really dive into this world and get a full look at what's in store for this game. And now that we know it will be coming in 2021, we can all be waiting and get ready for our pre-orders to start whenever they do put this game up on pre-order, because I think we all know that this game is going to be a hit regardless of what little we've seen about it so far, especially with the track record that they do have with the first installment of this series with Horizon Zero Dawn. I think it's safe to say we all cannot wait to see more about this. And as I do find out more news about this game, guys, in the coming future, I will definitely keep you updated. I wanted to come out with this video because I wanted to share a little bit of information now that we know it's 2021, and to let you know that it won't be a launch title, and give you a little bit more of information that we did get from the game director in this video. And I just wanted to start a little bit of a discussion about this game and know what you guys think and what you guys are most anticipated for about this game. What are your expectations? What do you think this game is going to be like? Do you think it's going to be contender for Game of the Year? You know, I'd love to know your guys' thoughts and opinions down below in the comment section. You can find me there as well. And don't forget to like and subscribe on this video. And for more Horizon Forbidden West content, stay tuned to this channel, because every time I get some new information coming out, guys, I will keep you informed, along with many other games and many other things going on in the gaming industry. So don't forget to like and subscribe once again. Thank you guys for being with me on this video. I love you all, and I'll talk to you again in the next one.